Hey, what's going on, y'all? Today we're going to be comparing the more traditional mic boom arms versus the Alabs Arm 20 microphone boom arm. I do want to disclose, however, that Alabs did send me this Arm 20 model for review, but I'm going to be completely honest with my thoughts and my opinions as I have used the more traditional, more common microphone arm stands, so I'm going to be telling you how they compare. First, I'm going to talk about build quality and materials. The more traditional boom arms are made out of metal sections that are bolted on together, and they also have these springs. On the other hand, the Alabs mic arm is made out of metal sections that get connected to these plastic sections where these knobs are at to switch the position and tighten the position of each. Since this mic arm doesn't have any springs, it doesn't really cause any vibrations when you're recording. The other thing I want to point out are these pretty cool knobs. It has two of them for these two different sections here. You know, they just look pretty cool in comparison to like the butterfly ones that you get on the more traditional stands here. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something that's actually pretty important to me because I don't like messy cables. Now, on the more traditional mic arm boom stands, there is really no way to do any sort of cable management. That is why a lot of the times they will provide these Velcro cable ties, and you'll be able to, run your cable through one of these sections and put one of these on there to kind of hold the cable into position. In the case of the Alabs mic arm boom stand, they have these sleeves right here that not only look pretty cool, not only cut out any sort of vibration coming from the arm itself, but it also serves as a cable management for the cables. And I think this is pretty nifty and something that I really like about this setup. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna put it just like this around the bar, and we're gonna take our cable and we're gonna slide it in there, and then we're just gonna Velcro this section down just like that, make it pretty nice and tight. And suddenly your cable here, as you can see, is completely hidden, and it comes with two, so you'll be able to put one on this top section, and also you'll be able to put one on this bottom section. All right, so let's move on and let's talk about the boom arm desk clamp. Now, the traditional boom arm has, in this case, a full metal clamp. In comparison to the Alabs 20, this clamp, it's actually made out of plastic. Although it feels pretty sturdy and hard plastic, it is made out of plastic almost entirely, with the exception of this bolt that goes up and to clamp onto your desk. Now, they both have foam padding here to make sure your desk doesn't get damaged, and they also have about the same clearance. The other thing about the traditional desk clamp is that it only has one position to use at, and that is coming from the top of the clamp here. That's where the boom arm inserts, and that's how you use it. Versus the Alabs clamp actually has two openings, one on the top and then one on the side. And this screw, to make sure it tightens up, can be changed from the top here to the side here. And you can use the clamp in another scenario where you need to install the clamp like this. So I thought that was pretty cool in terms of functionality. So now that we know some of the major differences between the traditional and the Alabs Arm 20, let's talk about which one I would go with and why. Now, both of these devices are going to do exactly what they say they're going to do, and that is to hold up a microphone at your desk. Personally, I would go with the Alabs Arm 20 microphone boom arm for a couple of reasons. One of them being cable management is going to be super easy with these sleeves, but also the modern look and design of this arm stand is just way better than the traditional one. I mean, look at these knobs. Look at how cool they look, and then once it's all set up, it's just gonna look so slick with the desk. Now, if you're someone that also wants to make sure that you get really good sound out of your recordings, then perhaps the more traditional one is not going to be a good option for you, because these springs make a lot of noise, especially when there's vibrations. If you're recording vocals or if you're recording a guitar, these might interfere with getting a pretty good and clean quality audio. So if you're looking for a boom arm for your microphone that just feels a lot more sturdy, but also has a lot of design elements that make it feel a lot more modern and way cooler, but also have very to little no vibration as far as hardware goes, and then on top of that has cable management already incorporated into the design, then I 100% do recommend the Alabs ARM 20.